for Regular News here with Daniel Chucky Barrera. Congratulations on an outstanding victory tonight over a durable opponent. Franco, he came to fight. He kept coming forward, but it seemed like the strategy that you had throughout the fight by countering and working off your back foot worked throughout the fight. Break it down for us.
Yeah, Hernandez was a tough opponent. I took my hat off to him. He took a lot of hard shots, and I threw a lot of hard shots. I was countering. I was staying composed. The more I knew, if I get more excited, the more excited he'll get and come forward and smother me. So, I try to stay as composed as I can possibly. We did a great game plan. I think I got away from it a little bit, but there's a lot of room to improve, and we'll do that for next fight.
It seemed like you had him pretty hurt in the 8th round. Were you trying to finish off the fight?
Yeah, definitely. I wanted to dominate that fight from the bell to bell. I was hoping to get him out of there. I felt like I hurt him a couple times in the whole fight, but tough guy. He took my shots. Maybe I don't hit as hard as I thought. I don't know, but it was a good fight and a good learning experience.
He's never been stopped. He's fought the likes of Saul Sanchez and Floyd Diaz, so he came to fight. I was gonna give you a tough fight all 8 rounds.
Yeah, definitely. We watched a lot of film on him, and saw those fights with Diaz and Sanchez, and he took some tough shots, and he still came back, still won the fight. He still throughout the fight didn't win, but he was giving them a good run for the money.
You give yourself a high grade from your last fight until this one, when you fought Rico Franco here and you gave the fans what they wanted?
I feel like I did a better fight with Franco, but I did a good fight today. I would give myself maybe a B-, if that. I just felt like I could have done a lot better with sticking to my game plan. But like I said, there's always room to learn each fight, and hopefully I progress the next fight as well and give a better fight.
You have some business pending. Again, we'll go back to some of our previous interviews. You won Chris Rios. You keep mentioning now that he lost to Steve Navarro. Do you still want that fight? Do you want to make that fight happen as early as sometime early 2026?
Of course, whatever my team, I'll sit down with my team, my promotion, see what they say. I've been wanting them right after the loss, but they want to take other routes, and that's fine. I'm sure there's going to be a time and place we're going to run into each other. 115 is not a big weight class, but it's a busy weight class, and I'm sure we'll see each other soon.
You got Andrew Maloney, you got John Ramirez from Golden Boy Promotion. There's a very, very exciting fight to make in the 115-pound division.
Most definitely, and I think me and Rios will be a good fight again, and so will any of those fighters like Scrappy, Bowie, like you said, Steven Navarro, Andrew Maloney. All those fighters, they're very tough fighters, and we'll be ready for them whenever the time comes.
Okay, so if Chris Rios is watching this fight, because I know he wants this fight. I've talked to him right after he fought you, and he said, I don't mind it. Let's bring it. If the fans want it, if both of our managing team want it, we can make it happen.
Of course, that'll be great. I think that was a great fight, the first fight, and I think the second fight will be even better. Like I said, if both of our teams are in mutual grounds, and let's do it. I don't see why not.
There you have it, man. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get to race the rest of this year and 2026. Big news from Daniel Barrera.
Yes, sir. Hopefully. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for always supporting me and tuning in, and I hope to keep performing well for you guys and create a bigger fan and hopefully get more knockouts next fights.
Appreciate it, man.